is this is unbelievable. Look at this. Now is the time to make big money. Bitcoin is going to the moon right now. My price prediction lies around $5 million for the next week.
Abort. Iwaitali. Dump it. What is happening? It is moving. This is impossible.
Who's Bitcoin? Bitcoin is going to Mars.
Alright guys, it is Blockchain coming at you with another Bitcoin technical analysis update. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Corey, aka Blockchain. Primarily an Elliott Wave trader and an elite trader inside the New Wave Traders Discord. We are on my website right now, blockchaintatrading.com, so make sure you guys click the link below, jump over here to the website, and biggest thing I want to highlight is the get in touch right here for my #1 trading strategy that is completely free. Just hit that little get in touch, and I will send you a video demonstration of my #1 trading strategy that is completely free. Tell you it's a video on basically how to set it up, how to utilize it, so on and so forth. So a nice little bonus there. And then of course the exclusive Discord, well, I'd like to highlight and invite you guys to for just $25 to get in there for a 14-day trial. After that, it does, we have a monthly subscription and yearly subscription. You can save $500 by just doing the yearly subscription as well with that little purchase button. And then the Trading Essentials Masterclass, which I gave one away for free last month as well. So some pretty sweet stuff. Let's go ahead and just do a quick sneak peek inside of the Discord here. Big thing I want to highlight is the bot, the Signal bot that I have set up. We have ETH.dot and Bitcoin running on it right now. We basically have these little signals that have been triggering, and they've been quite juicy. So we have a 15-minute short at 55,742, a take profit 1 and 2 on that signal, so 55,399 and 54,815 are 2 take profit zones. You can see that every single time it's just been triggering the shorts and the longs, and it is telling you for take profit 1s and take profit 2 zones, and it's just been killing it lately. So make sure you guys check that out. And then as well as my exclusive channel here where I posted, because I wasn't able to get the YouTube video up, I was able to update the Discord to get us a move up to 62K, potentially 65.5 if we got something a little bit overextended, and we hit that $62,000 target, with the move to the downside that it was anticipated, and which we definitely got. So we got the downside, and you can see last night I was looking for a little bit of a bounce from basically 54, and we are back up to 56. So a nice little bounce on that swing. So you get to be able to actually update the members inside of the Discord quite frequently, much more quicker than YouTube. So definitely check it out, guys. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into some technical analysis real quick. Dash, you can see from right here where we did our last video, where we were looking for a leg down. We did get the leg down. And it almost looks to be, it's definitely corrective, that it's for sure in regards to this overall move. Only thing I can really look at is an A, B, and a C right here with another A, B, C. This is coming across very 3-wave, but definitely underneath the pivot right here on the 1 hour. So it doesn't look the strongest, as we're finding, resistance under these EMAs and the pivots at the same time. So, this does potentially looks like to be mirroring Bitcoin in regards to this 5-wave move down. And if it starts with 5, it needs to end with 5. And I'm seeing this as a start. So I'm looking at potentially a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get us down to a lower low at the moment. Let's see. Sushi. A pretty heavy rejection here on Sushi. From this last one, it all depended upon getting rejected on this pivot, but we broke it, established a support, and then took off, retested it again, and took off. So as we go through here with Sushi, kind of same thing in regards to a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 leg to the downside, and you can see that on these moves up on the RSIs and the CB indexes that it's been moving up a lot quicker than it has than price has. So our indicators are moving it faster than the price, which is pretty typical for like a wave 2 or a B wave for it to basically reset. So you can see we had this nice little flat correction here, and it could potentially be looking again as a connector for an A. This is the B. We came up and had the expanded B pocket at 1.236 at that R2, and then looking for continuation to the downside. If that is the case, roughly how low can we go? We can get down to $14, on Sushi here. So that's the 1.618. Will we get that low? It's hard to say for sure, but I am expecting further continuation. Well, a little bit of a bounce up at the moment, but looking for continuation to the downside here. Litecoin hasn't really been the prettiest. Hasn't been, I guess, the best to look at, just in regards to it. Just has been coming across super corrective, but it has been mirroring Bitcoin in regards. We had this leg down, an ABC flat right here. So this does look like to be a B wave, and then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 all within here that looks to be like a C wave. So we can potentially be coming back down and doing a double test right here, roughly in this zone, if not a little bit further. If we pull our extensions here, we can technically go all the way to the 1.236, which is at $106. It's a little aggressive to the downside in my opinion, but if we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would put us roughly at a double bottom if we didn't have anything overextended. Maybe break it slightly and do a 1-to-1 extension, create a slightly lower low, and then ultimately take off again. Let's see, Doge. Doge actually hasn't been too shabby. We have been getting some pretty decent moves to the upside. This does look to be an A, B, and a C right here, with another A, B, C connection. So we can be looking at, I guess overall, Doge has been somewhat separate in regards to the rest of the market and how it's been moving. So it hasn't exactly been consistent with a lot of the other alts or a lot of the other, I guess, comparing it to Bitcoin, I guess. But it is like this right here is it's 3-wave. I'm not seeing this as a 5-wave move, versus this was. So I was looking ultimately for a connector to this, to the upside, and we did get some more upside movement, however, not quite to the extent of this here. So I think, we can be potentially, it could be this guy here was our connector overall. And that could be a 1, 2, 3, and be a short 4 to get up there. So, but it again, still coming across very corrective. However, it has been holding its ground pretty well. In regards to, hasn't been, really dumping. It hasn't, broken basically the 4-cent mark. So it's really kind of hovering on the 5 to 6 cent mark. If we look at a higher time frame, let's see. Yeah, the daily, really kind of just holding this pivot right here, which is a pretty big deal of basically 5 cents. So as long as we maintain that, I would look for our continuation to retest basically 8 cents. You know, it still does come across corrective at the moment. I'm not saying it quite as impulsive, but still looks corrective. But as long as we maintain the pivot, you know, I think we'll ultimately have some continuation to the upside, back up to 8 cents. We'll take a quick look at DOT. Definitely get out of the daily. Come on. Where'd you go, DOT? Get back in here. All right. So we did get this matching leg down and another 3-wave connection. So to me, this is potentially a wave 1, 2, 3, and this is a 4th wave, and then we're going to come down again for a 5th. I don't necessarily see DOT breaking the low we had before of about 28 bucks off of this. It does overall look corrective. The only concern I have is I don't see it. We would still need to have a connection of this leg down right here, in which we haven't. The only thing that I can really see this being was really an A, this is a B, and then this was a C, and then this is the start of our leg down. This whole entire structure really across the board has been very corrective, in my opinion. So I'm just going to clear some of this up a little bit. And I would really look at it like this. So we'll have this is the connector, and then this would be the start of this leg down right here, meaning that, you know, we'd come up, retest this pivot right here, basically 35 bucks, and then that would be our rejection to the downside roughly. So overall, coming another A, this would be a B, and then the C down. If we do a fib for time, see how that matches up. Actually matches up almost perfectly. So normally our B waves are twice the length of our A waves, and this would be our A to here. This would be the B, and then this would be the start of our C to come back down and really probably look for a test of a double bottom. ETH. Look at ETH go. So this one I did see come across as a 5-wave move. It's a 5-wave up here. And then I think basically I think it was like Bitcoin where we had a zigzag for this B wave right here. Now normally we don't see zigzags for B waves, but it does fit. Basically we have our A, this would be the B, having this as our A, B, and then this whole thing right here is a C. And then again, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a 5-wave move down again, just like we do on Bitcoin and some of the other alts. Really hugging around this pivot. But if it starts with 5, it's got to end with 5. And I'm really seeing this whole thing right here as a start of a 5. So I'm again leaning this towards an A. This is the B. Came back up, you know, double topped roughly, and then have another C leg to the downside. And then Bitcoin, last but not least, same thing. That really come into staying across the board. You know, everything has just been coming across so corrective for this move, even though, you know, it was so bullish on this move up. You know, this would be more, I could see it as either a running flat or an expanded flat for this to come up, because this was the 1.236 that we were looking for, and then we also have the 1.32 above it, which is at 65. But we hit the 1.236 right here, 62K. This is our A, this would then be the B, and we're starting our C wave down. Again, I'm looking for a retest of basically 58.5, which is this resistance level here, the yellow line, and then get our rejection there to come down and do our 3rd wave, our 4th and 5th, where we can ultimately retest this weekly pivot at basically 42,300. And we also have the trend line from way back yonder that we would also hit as well. So I'm gonna zoom out here. So basically this whole trend line is what I'm talking about. I'm seeing again this as, so would be our leg ups right here for basically an overall for a wave 3. This was our 5th, and then we're in the 4th right now to get us back into higher highs ultimately. So I think we'll come back, test the trend line, and then we can take off again. Just everything from that whole move up is coming across as corrective. And like I said, with it starting with 5, a 5 wave move down, we definitely have to finish with 5. Come on. There we go. We would have to finish with 5. You can see we're coming up and testing the top of the bullish control zone here on the hourly on the RSI. And then definitely seeing this as a 3-wave move so far. But I'd like to see us come back, test 58K roughly, and then start or I guess continue on with the movement to the downside. So I think we have opportunity room to correct. I'm not seeing any major moves coming up in the near future. However, I mean where we're at now, basically 56K down to 42K. It's a pretty decent move. However, it's not going to happen overnight. Kind of same thing with the time fibs that played out, pretty nice in regards to A, and then having the B being twice the length and time as the A wave here, and then we'll have our C down, which would put us roughly towards the end of March, very beginning of April, where we can look at potentially taking off again, but we'll see it again. We play level by level, and just watch what kind of reactions we get, and ultimately we'll go from there. So all right guys, that's all that I got. As always, if you like my content, make sure you guys subscribe, smash the likes, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the Discord.